Hello, I am Mrs. Morgan. I'd like to tell you a little bit about A-level physics at Kings Mountain School. At Kings Mountain School, we follow the WJCS specification for A-level physics. Why choose A-level physics? Physics provides the foundations for understanding the material world. If you gain an A-level in physics, it is highly regarded and opens up opportunities for you to study many university subjects. Physics helps you develop many skills, including numeracy skills, practical skills, and problem solving. Physics is not an easy subject at A-level, but with the right commitment and support, you can succeed at it. There are many different careers that you can follow if you do A-level physics. Some of these are working in healthcare, working in science and research, aerospace and defence, many different types of engineering, working in the energy and renewable energy sector, meteorology, climate change, telecommunications, or education. WJC Physics is split into 5 units. Units 1 and 2 are completed in Year 12, with exams at the end of Year 12. Units 3, 4 and 5 are completed in Year 13, with exams at the end of Year 13. In Year 12, we cover 2 units, Unit 1 and 2. Unit 1 is motion, energy and matter. In this unit, we start off with basic physics. This is looking at the skills that we need for Physics A-level. Things like units and prefixes, rearranging equations. Then we go on to the mechanics units, which are kinematics, dynamics and energy concepts. This is where we cover things like the equations of motion and projectiles, types of energy and things like that. Then we go on to solids under stress, which is all about material science, using radiation to investigate stars, and then particles and nuclear structure, where we're looking at particle physics. In Unit 2, which is electricity and light, we cover electricity in 3 separate topics: conduction of electricity, resistance, and DC circuits. We then have 3 topics on waves, the nature of waves, wave properties, and refraction of light. And then we do topics on photons and lasers. In Year 13, there are 3 units. Unit 3, oscillations and nuclei. Unit 4, fields and the option. And Unit 5, the practical exam. Unit 3, oscillations and nuclei, has got circular motion and vibrations. This includes SHM, simple harmonic motion. You've got kinetic theory and thermal physics, which is gas laws and things like that. And nuclear decay and nuclear energy, which is radioactivity and binding energy. In Unit 4, we've got fields and the option. The fields section of the course consists of topics on capacitance, electrostatic and gravitational fields of force, orbits in the wider universe, magnetic fields, and electromagnetic induction. This section of the paper is worth 80 of the marks. Then we've got a section B, which is the option, which is worth 20 marks. There are 4 options that we can choose. We can choose alternating currents, medical physics, the physics of sport, or energy in the environment. Students and myself choose one of those options to do as our unit. Over the last couple of years, I've done medical physics, and I also did energy and the environment last year. And then Unit 5 is the practical exam. It's split into 2 sections, the experimental task and the practical analysis task. Both of these are worth 25 marks. The experimental task is in the laboratory where they carry out an experiment, and the practical analysis task is more of a data analysis exercise. As part of A-level physics, we have to complete specified practical work. A little bit like we do at GCSE. But in A-level, we have to complete a lab book and keep this throughout the 2 years. At the end of the 2-year course, WJC can come in and check our lab books. Here are some examples of some of the experiments that we carry out and the results of which are recorded in our lab books. Things like the measurement of G by freefall, determining Young's modulus of a metal, Determining the resistivity of a wire. Determining Planck's constant using LEDs. Investigating the charge and discharge on a capacitor to work out the time constant. In A-level physics, there's lots of support available. A couple of things that I do to help is I do checklists at the beginning of each topic. These sorts are directly from the specification and are very similar to the ones that we use at GCSE, so will help you know what you do need to know for each particular topic. Also, as part of the course, I give you past paper booklets, which consists of questions from past papers to help you get a taster of what sort of questions are going to be coming up in that paper. As a final thing, on the WJC website, I found an information leaflet about WJC A-level physics. I will put this information leaflet on the Google Classrooms for Year 11 so that you can have a little look at these yourselves. If there is any further information you'd like on A-level physics, please don't hesitate to have a chat with me in lessons, or of course, you can email me on my school email address. Thank you very much, thanks for listening, and I hope that you pick A-level physics.